Alright, so here we go. The second game of the best of 3 scrim between Evil Must Be Purged and Team Roccat.Afterlife. Looks like the team comps are slightly different this game. Actually, it looks like Afterlife got the exact same team comp, whereas Evil Must Be Purged has slightly different. Looks like they have Duke of Nuke and Donkey going bottom with Icor and Chaos. Then we have Broken on Tatiana, Haxor is on Trovok once again, and Raptor is on Nisus this time. So Trovok, Haxor playing Trovok is the only one that stayed the same. Looks like we will not be having a level 1 team fight this time around. As a Power Word Hug dropping a couple of wards right off the bat. Looks like they are going to go B, so Team Afterlife, Evil Must Be Purged will have the very, very slight advantage to start off the game, as they are getting some raw. Low, it looks like Afterlife is going after the buff. I have not seen a team go after the buff before the match starts in so long, and they get it. So much for Evil Must Be Purged having the advantage from the starting jungle. As Almain picking up the regen buff, and then going to solo top lane as Carapace goes into the jungle. And yeah, Afterlife taking the exact same setup as last game. Yes, Shenix, this is the second game. Team Roccat.Afterlife won the first game, so this is game number 2. As we see everyone kind of getting settled in their lanes. Although I'm not sure what Haxor's just looks like he was buying. His bottom lane is going to be just sitting here farming for a bit. We got support carry on both sides, and then mid lane is 2 casters against another, although it's a dot damage versus a burst damage. So it'll be pretty interesting to see that. I do feel like Lightsman has the advantage there, as he will just be able to farm the lane far, far better than Tatiana can. And that's just due to Nether just being able to farm better than Tatiana. That has nothing to do with player skill, that's just the Immortals. And now up top, we have once again Trovok, but this time laning with a Nisus, going up against Almain's Vezin. So this should be pretty interesting. Looks like Carapace actually gets caught in the jungle a bit. And there goes Trovok trying to chase him down, but he's going to get away from there. Nisus doing a little bit more damage to him, but nothing substantial. See a fight going mid. Broken getting very close to getting killed. The spear just missing. You gotta think if Lightsman had hit that spear, he probably would have gotten a kill there. Instead, both of them just back off, pop a potion, and start farming again. See bottom, looked like there was only one of them there, but they were just on top of each other. Nisus and Trovok pushing in. Carapace just making his presence felt so that they back off. See, actually, Duke of Nuke and Donkey going into the jungle to pick up some farm between lane waves. That's a very good strategy, actually. Especially if you know that the lanes are going to stay relatively even. Just kind of go into the jungle, get some extra farm, extra experience, before you go back into your lane to pick up the minions that are left. You generally want to do that when you have an advantage on the lane, though. Like, if you push your wave into the enemy tower, that's generally the best time to go do it, because they did miss out on a few minions that way. We see Lightsman picking up first blood on Broken, thanks to, very likely thanks to a gank from Downiel on Carapace. could be a bad sign for Lightsman starts snowballing off the mid. He's really going to start dominating that. Tatiana's going to have a lot of trouble holding mid lane against a Nethergist. Obviously, Haxor doing most of the damage. Raptor not really picking up the last hits. There's a lot of last hits that just went by the wayside there for him. Pheasant pulling it. Trovok again doing a lot of damage. Not quite able to take out the waves yet, but he can just stand there and just last hit all of them as they all only have one hit left. Take a look at the scoreboards. You can see what we're looking at as far as farm goes. Middle, Lightsman has 37 compared to Broken's 25. Donkey only has 23 compared to Sandstream's 29, so they're fairly close there. The jungle really helping Donkey out to keep that even. Then top, you have Vezin picking up 32 last hits, as opposed to Haxor having 20, Raptor having 21. So while they have more total, that's split between them. Almain do about half of Raptor's health there. Meanwhile, Lightsman just clearing out the waves mid, and Tatiana just has nothing to really do to take out a full wave. So she's going to be stuck farming under her tower for a while. Unless she can get some ganks, she's going to be in some serious trouble holding that tower up. See, Sandstream's actually being careful, only taking the last hits, keeping the minion waves about even by doing it that way.
Middle is MIA.
Top lane is coming down bottom. I'm lagging. Oh god. Okay. Lightsman could be in some trouble here. He's getting caught out a bit. Gets pushed off to the side. Isis gets some shots on him, but he is... Tatiana getting the stun on him, picking up the kill. So the gank does work there as Lightsman does fall. The kills are now 1-1. And now Daniel getting caught, walking to the same bush as Tatiana, who's waiting for him, but using the submerge and pop-up to get away. And now, Almain just able to fully clear minion waves now, so he's going to be perfectly safe, and they barely even touch top tower. So that could be a bad sign for Evil Must Be Purged here. Lightsman still just clearing the full wave with one ability. Looks like there's a fight up top. An ultimate from Vezin ending on Trovok. Trovok very low on health, trying to get away, but he will not be able to get away from Almain and Carapace. Downhill on Carapace. We see Duke and Donkey going into the jungle once again. At time, Nether's just hitting so much damage onto Tatiana, getting the spear and the whatever the name of his W, I don't know, the little AoE one. I'll have to look up the name of that and make sure I have it down for later. But this Tatiana did cast right after getting hit by it, so she just took so much damage from the ability. Oh, and now Nice is getting caught, getting nuked for 3/4 of her health immediately by Vezin. Then Nether just putting the chains on her is going to seal it as she goes down. But here comes Duke and Duke, Donkey, and Haxor. And then there's Broken as well, teleporting in. Daniel's in a lot of trouble. There's a signature from Cavashir. He's going to chase them down as Haxor gets pulled in and killed. But they only get Haxor off that. But that looked like it was definitely going to be a kill or two for Evil Must Be Purged, turned around into a kill for Team Afterlife, as they now looks like they want to go for the top buff. Carapace and Vezin are going to go ahead and take that. Meanwhile, Lightsman is just sitting there taking out the minion wave before it even gets to the tower. Minions come in. What timing? I'm not sure if that was intentional or if he just got real lucky there to be able to walk through the tower right after the minions walked in as Nisus was coming up. And it looks like Pandora stopped playing music, so let's remind it that I'm still here.
Bottom is MIA.
And guys, about the being able to spectate during the picking, you should totally go on the forums and post about it. If enough people post about it, they will definitely. I mean, Petroglyph's been pretty good about reading community feedback and making changes based on that. So if we get a bunch of people to post about the about being able to spectate during picking, then it could be something that we get to happen. You see now bottom lane, Donkey there defending, but he's gonna definitely want to get out of there as both Kavashir and Ustat go in on him. They go after the turret a little bit. There's the ultimate on Chaos, so Ustat should be able to do a lot of damage, but you're gonna have to back off as the tower just did too much to Sand Streams before he could really get any shots off. Meanwhile, up top, Lightsman being able to see them there. There's throwing down his E or W. Throwing down the ultimate too, and the vortex from Vezin. Vezin putting in so much damage. There's the ultimate from Vezin and Ustat picking up a shot on that ultimate too, doing a little bit of damage. So very good fight there for Team Afterlife, picking up the kill advantage to 8-1. Dark Spirits on his E. Thank you, Suku. I wasn't sure if I didn't know the name of it, and I wasn't sure if his chains was his W or his E. I knew it was those two chains. So chains is his chain thing is W. Okay. There's Chaos stopping Ustat from taking down that tower. That tower is very close to going down, but still standing for now. Team Afterlife with a big advantage already, 13 minutes in, 8-1 on kills, 2-0 on towers, and leads to almost an 8,000 gold advantage. There's a fight going on down bottom as Havashir does get taken down by Donkey and Duke of Nuke there. Looks like Lightsman wants to go in on this. He throws the chains after the spear. Beautiful teleport. There's the dot damage from Dark Spirits picking up the kill on Duke of Nuke. And now they go around as Donkey tries to get away. Owlmane throwing down the vortex to pull him back and pick up the kill. And then they destroy the turret as well. Nisus comes up to defend this bottom tower, but I don't think she's going to be able to do much unless Team Afterlife backs off like they do. So kills are at 11-2. Hacks were up top farming the minions there. It looks like actually Afterlife did hang around and are waiting. Not sure if they're either waiting for Nisus to come out or just waiting for a chance to push that tower. It looks like they were waiting for the minions to go push this tower. But they quickly get to work on destroying the wave, then move into the tower. Lightsman needs to be careful as the tower was on him from the dot damage he was doing to Nisus. They do a good chunk of damage to the tower, but do finally have to back off thanks to Evil Monster Church showing up. Powerward Hug coming around the back, getting caught behind the rest of the team. Using his cleanse to walk through Trovok's ultimate, but still getting caught by the signature. And he will go down. But it looks like everybody else from Afterlife is getting away, although Daniel is getting attacked and snared by Chaos. There's the slow, followed by a real big slow from his ultimate. And Daniel will go down. As, also a stun from Tatiana. But now Haxor walks in. Ustat was still hanging there. He's in a lot of trouble. The slow from Ustat, not quite enough to get him. Daniel getting away with under 100 health.